Hey, Facebook family. What's up, YouTube? Hey, Periscope. Good to see you all. Good morning, good morning, good morning on this amazing Thursday morning. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Got some things to say today. Y'all let me know where you're tuning in from. So, listen. Yesterday, the Attorney General for the state of Kentucky, which happens to be my home state, did a press conference where he confirmed what many of us already knew, that there were really going to be no charges brought against the police officers who murdered Breonna Taylor. We knew that, right? But this is the thing. To add insult to injury, you're going to file charges, not against the one who fired the shots that killed Breonna, but you're going to file some charges against one who shot into the walls and shot into someone else's apartment. So it's really not about killing Breonna. It's not about, any of that. It's just about you shot into the walls. Okay. So the walls literally were more important than Breonna's life. Now, listen, you guys know me. You follow me. You know I stay pretty positive. I'm the love everybody person. I always have been that person. I've always been that person that believed that, we really can't have the American dream. Let's just all get along. Like, I really freaking believed all of the stuff that America told us. Go to school, get an education, get a good job, like all of that. And this is the thing, y'all. This is the thing. I'm not easily moved by stuff. I'm not easily moved. I'm just not. Like, I've learned to really kind of compartmentalize my feelings and, to stay in a plane where my vibration is such that I'm able to achieve and accomplish. And I have a new fuel, right? I have a new fuel. And what just happened in Kentucky is a new fuel to me. Listen, let me tell you what I know about the state of Kentucky. The state of Kentucky love black people as long as they're on the basketball court. Basketball court, football field, love them some coloreds. Love them, right? Because they're doing something that makes them money. And it's so funny because in the state of Kentucky, some of the very same white people who probably are, making crazy, insane posts about what has happened with Breonna Taylor, the protests that are happening as a result of the verdict and all of that, and justifying the police and justifying everything that just transpired and justifying some of it on the basis that we have a black attorney general, right? Because, that's one thing that, white people like to do. They like to take those token blacks who, agree with what they're saying and say, oh, no, black people, listen, one of you agrees, right? Listen, don't ever talk to me about some Candace Owens. Candace Owens, her black card, revoked, okay? Her, along with some other people that white people like to, put up on pedestals and stuff, they don't speak for me. They don't speak for me. I want to make it real clear. They don't speak for me. So you'll never convince me of anything but something that Candace Owens said, because I promise you one day Candace Owens is going to find out how black she truly is. And listen, this is the thing. I'm going to tell y'all something. There is nothing more traumatic for a black person who thinks they're somehow different from other blacks than the day that you realize that you're really not different to people. You're really not. And I can remember, like, when that hit me. I can remember when it hit me that, it didn't matter how many degrees I had. It didn't matter what my career was. It didn't matter how much money I made. There would always be white people who saw me simply as a nigger with the E-R, right? And like that day, I I remember being blown away and flabbergasted. Yeah, I said flabbergasted. Flabbergasted by the fact that I've been told lies, right? I've been told lies. And people when people start to say, well, let's just stay positive, you can stay positive. Let me tell y'all something. White people, let me tell y'all something. Yeah, you can stay positive, right? And I'm going to stay positive. I'm positive that this stuff that's happening is not new. And really, it's probably not going to change. I'm positive about that. And you may say, well, Dr. V, why would you say you're positive about that? Because there are people who don't want to look at it, who don't want to see it, who don't want to acknowledge it, who don't want to deal with it. They don't want to deal with the fact that these injustices exist, nor do they want to deal with the fact that they're a part of the injustice. With their silence, they become complicit. Nobody wants to deal with that. So as long as you're staying positive and you don't, worry about it, you don't deal with it because it doesn't affect your money, it doesn't affect your life, it doesn't affect your household. Listen, stay positive all you want. Stay positive. And I'm going to stay positive too. Positive that really and truly, this system is not designed to work justly for black people, period, point blank. I don't care how rich you are. Let me tell y'all something. I want y'all to pay attention. Now, I am not one that supports child pornography or the abuse of children or any of that. But listen, check this out. When the black boy, hear me, when the black boy touched the little white boys, cheerleaders, okay? Oh, they got him quick. Oh, they got him quick. Oh, they did a whole thing. Oh, they arrested him. Oh, he's blasted, all of that. Let me tell y'all something. I promise you, that black boy is cheering. Some white male touched him. Some white male touched him. Now, that white man will never experience what that black boy experienced, right? I'm not justifying his behavior. I'm not saying that he was right. He absolutely should have been arrested. What he did was wrong, but I'm pointing out to you the inequities that exist within our society. If you're black and you do something, I promise you, you are going to be arrested, go to jail, and go have the book thrown at you. You are white and do something, you may or may not get arrested. You may or may not go to jail. You may or may not, whatever. You may or may not. Listen, so when the little white boy was shot in the head, which was an absolute tragedy, it was a travesty. It should have never happened, right? That little white boy was killed. Man, let me tell you something. The white people were outraged and livid. But that black man that did it, baby, he was in jail in no time flat. When it's reversed, it doesn't happen like that. Does not happen like that. And we see instance like that, right? So when you say to us, stay positive, when you say to us, well, it's okay, there's no need to riot, right? Just, there's nothing wrong with a peaceful protest, but if you protest, it could turn into a riot, and we don't want to burn anybody's stuff. Let me tell y'all something. I'm trying to keep it because I got stuff to do today. But let me tell y'all something. When I saw the white militia walking down the street, armed with assault rifles in the state of Kentucky and in Louisville, right? When I saw what happened in Wisconsin, where the white people were walking down the street armed with the assault rifles, let me tell you what I made up in my mind in that moment. I'd already said I was going to do it, but listen, this is definite and for sure. Let me tell you something. I will be getting my license to carry. My sons will learn to shoot. We will have weapons in our home, and that's something I have always been against. I've always been against it, but we will have weapons in our home. I'm going to teach them how to be responsible with guns, but they're definitely going to know about them. They're going to learn how to use them. They're going to learn. My black sons are going to learn how to shoot. They are. Because this is what's not going to happen. What's unable to protect us. It's not happening. It's not happening. And listen, for all my saved, sanctified, the blood of Jesus, all of that, I'm going to have a gun. I'm going to have a gun. We're learning how to shoot. And if people come on property, listen, with ill intentions, you can get a cap. You can get one. And I'm the nonviolent one. Now, for some of you, you might say, hey, Dr. V, that's just going to exacerbate the problem. But listen, I'm telling you, the fact that we have the right to bear arms, like, it's funny, because let me tell you, somebody said this, and I believe this, everything in me. Somebody said, the moment black people start arming themselves, the moment black people start, getting their license to carry and stuff, is the moment the NRA is going to change their story. Because let me tell you what white people don't want black people to have guns, okay? So I'm just telling y'all, I had to get this out, right? I had to get this out. I've got to go to class, and I'm on my way to class, and I was talking to my students the other day, and I was telling them some of the things that I've experienced. I don't talk about them a lot, right? But it doesn't mean that they haven't happened. But listen, this thing called racism is real, and now the president is saying that they are removing contracts from anyone who would dare to imply that because you are white in America that you could be racist, or that anything is wrong with America or how America does things. Listen, you all, that's insane to me. But I understand it. Anytime people are conquered, the things that are taken are their language, hold on, y'all. When you don't know your history, then you're likely to see it repeated, right? That's what happens. Your history gets repeated. But I want to say, I just want to go on record, because I don't want any of the white people connected to me to be confused. I don't want you to confuse us. Don't tell me to be positive, to have hope, don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me about Candace Owens. Don't tell me about no other black person that is supposedly, allegedly representing us, that is all about this pro-Trump life, and nothing that's happening to black people is a result of racism. It's all because black people are lazy and trifling and belligerent and don't comply. I don't want to hear none of that. Don't talk to me right now about that right there, okay? You talk to me about something, don't let it be anything that has anything to do with that. If that's your view, you keep your view over there to yourself. Don't bring it to me. Don't bring it to my page. Don't inbox me with it. Don't any of that. I promise you it is in your best interest, and it would behoove you, if you value our relationship, to leave it be. Now, if it's on your page, it's not a problem, because I don't have to follow you. That's not a problem. I ain't got to see it, whatever. But I'm telling you, don't put it on my page, right? Because I promise you, listen, for all of my intellect, my tongue is a deadly weapon, and it can be weaponized, and I don't want to weaponize it. I'm really trying hard not to weaponize my tongue in this season. I'm really trying to be very seasoned with what I say, but very real and authentic and upfront with what I say, because I mean what I say, and I'm saying what I mean. And the sooner that we understand as black people, as people of color, period, point blank, in America, that this country is not for us, the government is not for us, these policies are not for us, then maybe then we'll understand that it behooves us to learn how to make money the way the banks make money. It would behoove us to learn how to have the resources, so that regardless of what this system does, we have resources. And I'm not talking about just U.S. dollars, because that's not going to do it, right? Listen, you better understand. So for those of you who are sick and tired of what's going on, sick and tired of how we're treated, sick and tired of the injustice of the world, I would encourage you. Start a business, learn how to trade Forex, Do something that's going to generate significant amounts of money so that you will be able to move the way that you need to move. Grow your own food. Just be prepared. Because y'all, listen, I'm telling you, it's only going to get worse. And I'm positive about that. It's only going to get worse. It's not going to get better. So educate yourself. Educate yourself on the laws. Educate yourself on how to make money. And then if you really want to make change, do things like start your own school. Send your kids to a black school. Do business with people of color, right? Consciously and actively. Make a decision that you are going to do things that build our communities. Things not to do, don't bury your head in the sand, because eventually you'll suffocate. Listen, I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Be blessed.